Welcome to Knapsacks on Our Backs, a quick look at the news around the province this week. I'm Associate Dan Masterton. It's February 6, 2026. Let's get on the way. Each February 2nd, along with the Feast of the Presentation of the Lord, the Church marks World Day of Consecrated Life. In our province, we are celebrating Brother Julian Camilo Torres of Colombia, who has begun his novice year. Last week, he traveled to Chile, where our Caribbean and Latin American communities share a novitiate, and on Tuesday, the community gathered in prayer to open his novice year. Julian said through interpretation, "I know that I am part of this living history that challenges and encourages me. I don't walk alone, I walk with all the clerics of St. Viator who by constant witness make this vocation possible." Back at Casa San Justo in Bogota, where Julian completed his pre-novitiate, Andres Julian Rosso Fontecha continues his second year of pre-novitiate, and Angel Felipe Sanchez joins us as a first-year pre-novice. Angel comes with a background in graphic design and marketing and a year and a half of accompaniment with Vocation coordinator Father Juan Carlos Ubaque. Angel's formation will formally begin later this month when formation director Father Dan Leiden returns from meetings in the U.S. Additionally, we marked this special day for religious life with a new My Vocation story video, this time with Bishop Christopher Glancy. Bishop Chris opens with a story from elementary school about a special award, talks about a serious car accident that shook him up as a teen, and then gets into his time with Viatorians at Alleman High School in Rock Island, Illinois. Here's a clip.
I went on the tech retreat, Teens Encounter Christ, which is kind of like Kairos that they have in this area now, but it was at the time run by Father John Eck, Viatorian, and Brother Bob Bolzer was working with him, and I remember I was very impressed by them and the Viatorians that I had then. Father Van Weel was principal at the time, and he was a good friend of my family. So all of the Viatorians that were there impressed me and the community that they had.
Read more on our Colombian formation news and get the whole video with Bishop Chris at Viatorians.com. The past week encapsulates how Viatorians live out our name by being ministers on the way, especially with prayer. In Las Vegas, Brother Carlos Flores, Cristo Rey St. Viator Director of Catholic and Viatorian Identity, organized a family mass off campus at St. Viator Parish. Father Tom Von Baron, the school's founding president, is interim pastor at St. Viator and celebrated mass with members of the school community leading ministries. Back in Illinois, juniors from Cristo Rey St. Martin and Waukegan were at YMCA Camp Duncan in Ingleside for a retreat, where the camp's executive director, Associate Jason Cuffle, played a happy host. He helped facilitate Taizé prayer with Father Tom Long and Director of Campus Ministry, Jim Dippold. Down in the Bourbonnais area, Father Moses Mesh was back from a family visit to Belize, and Father Dan Leiden was in town helping out at Maternity BVM. So Father Jason Nesbitt hit the road to help at neighboring diocesan parishes in Manteno and Bradley for the weekend. Likewise, Father John Eustace, often on the road for Vocation ministry, preached on vocations while stepping in for a weekend of sacraments at La Virgen de Guadalupe Parish in Mesquite, Nevada, thanks to a connection he made with the pastor at Las Vegas's Archdiocesan Conference. Read their reflections and see more photos in our story at Viatorians.com. All for now, until next time, Venerable Louis Curbs, inspire us. St. Viator, pray for us. Adored and loved be Jesus.